Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. This is the weekly landscape update video that I'll be doing weekly during this growing season as I install a ton of material into this landscape in Raleigh, North Carolina, Zone 7B. It's only 2/10 of an acre, very small lot, very small house, and it's being planted very extensively. I'm going to go through in this video. I made a little progress on the fence in the last 3 days or so since I shot another walk around video. I made a little progress out there. I've got stones coming for the pathways, and I've got some large boulders coming, and I'm going to integrate a couple of those boulders into that fence to make it look like it's been there, like the boulders have been there longer. I'll show you that when I start out in the front yard. If there's things that are blooming like these bonfire and fire encore azaleas that I'm not mentioning as I'm going around the yard, probably in the video the other day, because on a weekly basis I'm just going to do what's blooming in the yard at the same time. So let's get started. So since the last update video, I cut these 4x4s to the same height and put these horizontal pieces on, and the pickets are going on next, and the pickets are different widths, so there'll be some, hopefully that'll be fairly interesting. We shall see. The end of this fence right here, it kind of drops off a lot coming toward the driveway. I'm actually putting a boulder under there, and I'm going to shape the bottom of the pickets to the boulder. You'll see that when it happens. It'll just make that boulder look like it was already there, and I had to build the fence around it. And I also picked out a stone to go under this side as well. And again, the bottom of the pickets will just be shaped to it. You'll see that when it happens. Hopefully that will make it look like it's all been here. I think there's one purple allium starting to open here. I've got lots of alliums all over the landscape that have not started to open yet. The grass has greened up a little bit since last week, but not a tremendous amount. We're going to show these Peruvian Scilla one more time because they're just so awesome. Look at that. They're just amazing. You get some size, comparison to the size of them. It's probably 3 inches across, something like that. All those little individual flowers. One has kind of spent back there, but the others are full flower right now. White tulips still looking good. Those Budlight tulips that I showed last week are definitely declining, and I had a couple rains that knocked them back. I let my kale flower, and butterflies and other pollinators that have already shown up do appreciate that. That's that flowering kale that was a purple kale in that container. Now it's greened up and the flowers are on it, and I'll pull it out here in the next week, but I do like for them to flower. Let's see what's next over here. Last week I did not show this Autumn Majesty encore azalea, and now I waited another week for it to be in full bloom. This double purple, it's just amazing. I mean, that thing, it just blooms and blooms and blooms. I really love that plant. I've got another one in a container in the backyard. Since last week's video, I planted this Rosalinda treeform Indian hawthorn. I put the video up for it a few days ago. If you want to go back and take a look at that video, those are fragrant flowers on that. It's the spring flowering thing, so it's going to be green the rest of the season, and then it will be underplanted with other perennials very soon. The red tulips are a bit more open than they were last week when we looked at it. And let's see, I'm out of camellia flowers. I'm finally my lemon glow camellia right there is done. I've got these horizontal pieces on this fence as well. I don't know why I can't think of slats or whatever I want to say. And I left this opening here for the mailman, like I had talked about. Here's a daffodil that's still blooming. There's a pink Ajuga that I actually transplanted over here. It was in the backyard and was a little big, but I've got a perfect little spot under here for it to spread up under this lilac. And I planted this Pieris japonica the other day. Back over here on the north side of the driveway, there's some variegated Solomon seal. in this area. It's contained by the driveway and a little wall behind it. I still am not a fan of Solomon seal. Gave away a ton last year and still can't get it out of this yard. But this one space, I may leave it for a while. It does look good here, and it is in flower right now. And when it's first coming up in the spring, it does look pretty amazing. Azalea there behind it, those are almost done. And I thought I'd show off the snapdragons this week. They're still not a tremendous amount of color. The ones in the containers behind it are super showy though, as you can see. Hopefully another week this will be full flowered. I'm going to move around to the back and show you some things that are flowering back there. I bought a ton of perennials and annuals the other day that will start to go in the yard this week. This banana shrub hybrid is starting to put on a big show. This Stella Ruby Magnolia is just unreal. I mean, this thing, it'll bloom heavily right now, and they are fragrant flowers, and then it will put on some growth, and then it'll just flat out bloom again. As you can see all the buds down here at the bottom. But this is just a great plant. It really is a great plant. Back off here, you can get a kind of a look at what's going on back here. These paths are finally about to be stoned in the next couple of weeks. I don't know if I bought enough yet, but I bought a lot, and so hopefully it'll get some big portion of it done. Vegetable garden has grown quite a bit since you guys have seen it last. Broccoli has really taken off. Cabbage worms our cabbage moths are already out, and so I can already see some damage on the leaves on my broccoli back here. I can't believe I got a cabbage moth, and it was right at the end of March when I first saw it, so that was that's kind of annoying. All the things that have come out of the house from seed for flowers this year on this cart. I'm about to bring the vegetables out in the next day or so as well. It looks like, I don't know if we're going to have another frost or not. I don't think we are, but I will still be cautious here, even though my frost-free date is right here at the end of, right here in the middle of April. Let's see. There's another Autumn Majesty that I told you about in a container back there. That's just, the thing just blooms like mad. And then it'll come right back in the summer and do the same thing again. Spinning back around here, let's find some other things that are flowering today that I didn't show last week. I had one flower left on my Camellia japonica, and it fell off yesterday. This early wonder Camellia japonica, but I did have one flower left until yesterday. I think that's the end. Thus ends Camellia season for me. Let's get over here. This is a rhododendron that I put in the fall. These Southgate rhododendrons are truly great plants. I was a little skeptical when I was told that there were rhododendrons that were more heat tolerant, but I got some photos from a buddy the other day from the trial garden, or the LSU Ag Center in Hammond, Louisiana, with these things in full bloom, and I mean all the way down there. These things seem to be thriving, so excited about these Southgate rhododendrons. Let's see, this is another Buddy Lee introduction in my yard. The Encore azaleas are his, but this azalea is called Solar Glow. This is Sunbow series that he selected. What I mean, obviously these flowers are just incredible, but I'm really drawn to this plant because you have to live with the foliage for a long time, and these just look amazing in the landscape. They're just great landscape plants, beyond being, incredibly amazing, prolific flowering plants. Okay, let's move over here. I went and got some woodland phlox from a neighbor who was moving. That's a white woodland phlox. I'm just hoping a little bit of that takes in this space. I showed off this Miss Scarlet Alyssium in the last video, and a little more of that pink Ajuga in that space. And let's see what else we got. Talked about the azaleas at the beginning of the video. So I'll show you one last thing for this week's round of flowering, or maybe these containers as well. This is Viburnum davidii. I missed a full bloom last week. I walked around last week and showed flowering things and missed the one of the coolest of them. This Viburnum davidii is very, very happy in this corner next to this step, so I'm just going to keep it, you know, 3 by 3, maybe 4 by 4 ultimately. These containers are looking good. This black pansy is just amazing. Look at that. I mean, it's a black pansy. It's not like I'm stretching and calling a dark purple black, but this is an actual black flower. Again, I let all my kale from the fall come to seed. A little more of that variegated Solomon seal in that container. Actually, this Wagelia is trying to bloom a little bit already. Let's see. I'm going to head back across the lawn, show you one last thing before I wrap it up, because I forgot about these. There's a mess on my lawn from the oak tree that's above it, dropping junk on it. Right here is the kale that I had in a container, and actually it's really attractive. The flowers are really attractive, but again, I'm just leaving it out here for the early pollinators to take advantage of. So thank you guys for following along with the channel, and I'll be back next week with a kind of what's in flower update. Got lots more azaleas and other things that should be blooming by then, and a ton of stuff going in the ground this week. Thanks again for watching.